Hey everyone, welcome back for another World of Warcraft Dragonflight Alpha video. In this video, we're going to be taking our first look at the new talent trees for the Rogue. And in particular, we're going to be looking at the Outlaw specialization. Since this is the first video for the Rogue we're doing, we're going to take an extensive look at the class talent tree, and we'll also be looking, obviously, at the Outlaw Tree. In future videos, we'll mainly be focused on the specialization trees themselves. Our goal here is to look through the talent trees, get a feel for everything, and kind of create a build that would work well in outdoor, open world content, questing, leveling, world quest grinding, that kind of stuff. Before we get into this, please, if you are enjoying these videos and you want to see more videos from me beyond the alpha for World of Warcraft Dragonflight, please let me know via likes, shares, views, and comments on this video. That's what I'm using to kind of gauge the level of interest for these videos to decide whether or not to continue this beyond just checking out the alpha. Alright, so that being said, let's go ahead. We are spec'd into Outlaw here, and we've got our blank action bars. It looks like for our talents here, we're given blind by default. First thing we're going to do is take a look at what we are given without putting any talent points into anything. So we've got our stealth abilities here. We've got ambush, blind, cheap shots. We've got crimson vial, which is our defensive we're going to want to use. We've got kick for our interrupt. We've got our kidney shot stun finisher. Got our poisons, shroud of concealment, sinister strike, slice and dice finisher, sprint, stealth, and vanish. Then on the outlaw side of things, we've got dispatch for our finisher here. And then we also have pistol shot. Okay, so it looks like we do need to open up our chest here and equip a couple of weapons here, because it looks like right now we are using daggers and we need to use swords. Something similar for outlaw, so we're just going to pop those on. We're not too worried about the damage here. We're just kind of looking into rotations and how things feel. So as it stands, I mean, we've got a few of the things here, right? We've got our sinister strike, which will use some energy and give us combo points, and then we can lead that into our finisher with dispatch, slice and dice, or kidney shot. Generally we'll probably use dispatch. And we also do have pistol shot here, which will award a combo point as well and consumes 40 energy. So, you know, typically we kind of pistol shot, opener, whatever, sinister strike. We're going to build up some combo points. Our energy level, our energy regeneration is pretty bad. And then we get, you know, our combo points and we can execute our finishing move. So pretty basic stuff right now. Nothing too crazy without getting into the talent trees. So we're going to hop in and check this out. Now, I've had mixed experiences so far. So far, I've done Shaman and I've done Hunter. Shaman, it was a great idea to just jump over into the class tree, kind of figure everything out, and then apply those same rules to the other specializations. And Hunter, I wasn't so crazy about the class tree, and so it made more sense to jump into the specialization tree and build out from there. This Rogue one is looking extra complicated already. The other talent trees that I have experienced so far only had one choice at the top. Here, they're already saying, you know what, make one of two choices. So I think we're going to stick with the Shaman way of looking at the class talents first and kind of getting into that. Depending on how it goes, we may need to like reset the talent tree completely. And start over once we get into the specialization tree. I don't know why I'm weirdly like intimidated by this one, but let's get into it and let's check it out. So we're going to go through this by first checking out the active abilities we can grab off the tree. So that's going to be the ones that are in these boxes here. Then we're going to go through and look at the places where we have choices, which we don't have any in Rogue, actually. So that's probably why this looks a little more intimidating. There are more talents, but less choice talents, which is interesting. So we're just going to check out actives, and then we'll check out passives, which are these circle ones, along the way as we kind of go through. Remember, we're looking for outdoor content, so we want short cooldowns, movement speed buffs, survivability, things of that nature. All right, let's jump in and check it out. So first we have Garrote. So this is going to deal damage and bleed the target and award a combo point. Now, for the most part, I'm going to assume that you kind of know what's going on with these abilities. We're not going to read through each and every one of them in detail. I'm going to review ones that I need to review or look at things that might be new or new to me. But otherwise, we're going to save the in-depth stuff for a future video. So we've got our Garrote, which is usually pretty good in combination with some other stuff. Maybe not in Outlaw, though. I'm going to get my Rogue specs mixed up, so forgive me, but I believe one of the other ones plays really well with Garrote. Then we also have Sap. So Sap, really good CC. For Rogue, I think it's interesting. It's kind of nice that you don't have to take Sap. I think that's pretty cool. You know, if you don't want to take it. It does lead into Cloak of Shadows, which also is not mandatory in my opinion. And then what else do we have it leading into? Tricks of the Trade. And then Shadow Step. So yeah, we got like a lot of stuff here that, I mean, I think we could probably just pass on for open world content. So that's kind of nice. It just depends on like if any of this stuff is really worth getting points in. So we've got Sap, Cloak of Shadows, Tricks of the Trade. We've got Feint. So reduced damage from area attacks. Evasion, always good. We've got Numbing Poison. So what do we have for poisons by default? We've got our Instant Poison, which does nature damage. We've got our Crippling, which slows movement speed. And we've got our Wound, which has a chance to poison the enemy and inflict damage and reduce all healing received. So we can only use 2 of these. So Numbing Poison slows their attack and casting speed. That's actually fairly good. So it just depends on what else we have going on. We've got Gouge, which is the incapacitate as long as they don't take damage. Not super thrilled about that. So in this top row here, in terms of active abilities, I'm not like crazy about a lot of what's going on here. So it's really going to depend on the lower tiers and what we want to get out of these. So we already know we have our Shadow Step here, which is just a nice ability. Nice utility. Cold Blood, so 45-second cooldown, increase the critical strike chance of your next damaging ability by 100%. So big finishers. We've got Marked for Death, mark the target and instantly generate 5 combo points. We've got Echoing Reprimand. Deal arcane damage to an enemy, extracting their anima to anima charge combo point for 45 seconds. And then damaging finishing moves that consume the same number of combo points function as if they consume 7. So this was I think the Kyrian ability for Rogue that we have access to here. We got Thistle Tea to instantly restore energy. And then we have Shadow Dance, which allows the use of all stealth abilities and grants all the combat benefits of stealth for 9 seconds. Now, Outlaw is not a stealth-heavy specialization, so I don't think we really want to key into stealth and all that stuff too hard here. So, I've got no definitive direction here, if I'm being completely honest. I've got, yeah, not a whole lot of direction here. So, we do have a lot of passives, though. So, I think that's really going to guide us through this tree. Now, me personally, open world content, I want Evasion. So I'm going to go Garrote Evasion. That gives me a way to silence a target. Or sorry, not silence a target. Stack a bleed on the target. I think silence comes in on one of those other specializations. Then we have some passives here. So We've got, while stealth or shadow dance is active, you move 20% faster, which is definitely nice, just as a general pickup. And then your abilities requiring stealth can still be used 3 seconds after stealth breaks. It's very subtlety-y, I believe. Over here, we've got increase the non-damaging effects of your weapon poisons by 20%. And that goes into wound poison being able to stack an additional 2 times. And again, our wound poison is the one that does some nature damage and reduces healing. All right. So in between, we have the energy cost of kidney shot, cheap shot, sap, and distract reduced by 20%. So reducing the cooldown on our CCs. And then we have the energy cost of faint and crimson vial are reduced by 5. So I think we'll grab that one. Then we got 5 points to spend. So I think I'm going to go into... This is going to depend on where we want to end up, right? So we could put 1, 2, 3 points in to get movement speed and stealth. If we want to go down this tree, we need to put movement points, or need to put points in here. So that's sap reduction, I don't care. Energy cost of finishing moves reduced is nice. While stealth is active, deal 10% more damage, no. Alright, so then marked for death is the only way we can get cheat death. And find weakness. I'm not too crazy about this particular line for Outlaw. Alright, so I'm not too worried about that. I think if anything, we just pick up 20% movement speed and stealth, just to help us navigate around a little better, depending on what our other options are. So here we've got more CC stuff, so disabling enemies causes them to take increased damage. That can be good depending on how you set up your build. We've got 60-second cooldown reduction on sprint, so it takes it from 2 minutes to 1 minute. That's very valuable. That goes into slice and dice, adding a heal, which is also good. Increased versatility. Ambush has an additional chance to generate a combo point. Melee attacks range increase, so this is a nice column right here. And then here we've got increased movement speed. That's good. Garrote silences the target for 3 seconds when used from stealth. Also really good. Increase the damage of your poisons. Increase critical strike chance of your attacks that generate combo points. That goes into cold blood. So both of these are pretty good, I think, if we've got to dump points into somewhere. So I think we definitely want to go down here and be able to get that cooldown reduction on sprint. Plus there's some good healing and utility in here. And then we've got 3 points left. I think we're going to want to come down this branch as well. So we'll put a point in there. And with the 2 points we have left... I kind of want to put 2 points in towards the speed increase on stealth. Alternatively, we can increase... I think increasing the non-damaging effects of our weapon poisons is pretty good if we're going to do, like, Numbing Poison. So an additional slow on their attack and casting speed. I do kind of like that. And then we could grab Sap, just in case we need, you know, some stealth-based crowd control. Okay, so over here, we're going to get that cooldown reduction on sprint. We're going to do Slice and Dice. Heals you for up to 1% of your max health per 2 seconds. All right, so we can have that up for 36 seconds. So 18% of our maximum health over the duration of Slice and Dice, potentially. All right, we want 15% movement speed, and I like the silence on Garrote. That's just good utility. We may pull some of these points out as we get down here in the bottom of the tree, but we do have to spend 8 points to get here. So we know we're not really interested in this. We're not super interested in Shadow Dance, so we can cut that out. Let's see here. Your finishing moves have a chance per combo point to grant haste, stacking up to 5 times. Gain an additional max combo point. And your finishing moves that consume more than 5 combo points have increased effects. Critical strike chance increased by 1%. Critical strike damage bonus of your attacks that generate combo points increased by 10%. Max energy increased by 50 and energy regeneration by 15%. We're going to want to get that for sure. And then here adds a leeching poison effect to your deadly poison and wound poison, granting you 10% leech. You critically strike with a melee attack that generates combo points. You have a 50% chance to gain additional combo points per critical strike. Let's increase our versatility. Let's increase the range of our melee. We've got 5 points left. Oh, we definitely want Iron Stomach. I don't know how I missed this one. Increase the healing you receive from Crimson Vial, healing potions, and health stones by 25%. We got 4 points left. I think that's going to be 2 points into critical strike chance of attacks that generate combo points. 1 point into Cold Blood to get us here. And then I think we'll put a point into Improved Ambush. Okay. So we've got Feint also reduces the damage you take from non-area of effect attacks by 30% for 6 seconds. Into Echoing Reprimand. Into Echoing Reprimand, giving an additional combo point. I think we want 3 points in here and 1 point into Vigor to increase our energy regeneration. And then I think we've got 2 points left. I think we just put a point here and a point here. I don't love putting the points into Ambush because most of the time with this sort of build, I'm going to want to Garrote to add a bleed and silence, not Ambush. But I don't know like where else those points would go. Maybe over here. Take a point out, put it there. Take a point out, put it there. Or we take a point out and take a point out. Could put 2 points into finishing moves, increasing our haste, potentially. Something like that. Something like that. I'm not going to min-max this here. I'm just trying to get a general feel. Okay, so we've got our evasion, we've got our numbing poison, we've got our feint. 15-second cooldown. It does use our energy, which I don't love. We've got a boost there. Got our Garrote, which we want to use primarily from stealth. Then we've got our dispatch. So defensive stuff, we've got our CC, our movement, got our alternative finishers over here. All right, let's go to stealth. It's already in there. Okay, so we throw on instant poison and our numbing poison. Our numbing poison isn't going to do anything against the target dummy, but that's okay. So we come in, we Garrote, silence with a bleed, get a combo point, start generating combo points. Alright. And we're still feeling like pretty energy starved, even with our talent point that we put in. But some of that's probably going to be solved by our specialization talent point. Okay. So let's get into the Outlaw Tree. So this is the first time I've seen the ability to have like choose one of two options over here. So we can do Blade Flurry. So our 30-second cooldown that allows us to AoE. Or Opportunity. Sinister Strike has a chance to hit an extra time, making your next pistol shot half cost and double damage. We definitely want to take that. That's going to help with our energy consumption issues. Well, you know, let's see what we have for active abilities. Let's stick with the format here. So we have Blade Flurry, but just out the gate, like I think looking at those two is important, right? So Blade Flurry, we've got Grappling Hook, could pull ourselves to a location, 45-second cooldown, Adrenaline Rush, 3-minute steroid. We've got Between the Eyes, which is our finisher that increases our critical strike chance against the target, which is really nice. Got Roll the Bones, of course, kind of the bread and butter of making Outlaw fun, in my opinion, but you don't have to take it at all, it looks like. Then we have Ghostly Strike, strike an enemy dealing damage and causing the target to take increased damage from your abilities on a 35-second cooldown. Dread Blades. So striking an enemy, dealing damage, empowering your weapons, causing your Sinister Strike, Ambush, and Pistol Shot to fill your combo points, but your finishing moves consume 5% of your current health. Minute and a half cooldown, which is a little more reasonable for outdoor content. We got Sepsis. Infect the target's blood, dealing nature damage over 10 seconds. If the target survives, they suffer additional damage, and you gain 1 use of any stealth ability for 5 seconds. Cooldown is reduced by 30 seconds if Sepsis does not last its full duration. I did like this ability. It's pretty cool. Then we have Blade Rush, 45-second cooldown, charge, deal damage, and deal AoE. While Blade Flurry is active, we do increase damage to non-primary targets. Got Killing Spree, another nice one. Teleport to an enemy and deal a bunch of damage over 2 seconds. And if you have Blade Flurry active, it's going to hit multiple enemies as well. And then down here at the bottom, we've got Keep It Rolling, 5-minute cooldown. Increase the remaining duration of your active Roll the Bones combat enhancements by 30 seconds. Lots of good stuff in there. Kind of liking... I really wish they had brought in the I think it's the Maldraxxus rogue ability. That was quite fun. Okay, so we don't have any choices, so everything comes down to passives, and wow, there are a lot of them. So let's see what we're gonna do with our 8 points here. Now, I feel like Blade Flurry, we want to pick up Blade Flurry just to have that ability to hit multiple targets. It's one of the only things that gives us that ability in Rogue. And I think we want at a base level to have that. We definitely want Opportunity to help with our energy regeneration. Now at this point, my preference is to hit Between the Eyes as a finisher, like an initial finisher to use. Adrenaline Rush is really good. 3-minute cooldown though. And I feel like we got a lot of places to put points in here, so it's probably one I could pass on for outdoor open world content. But it does lead into Roll the Bones, so chances are I'm just going to pick it up anyway because I want Roll the Bones. But we will see. So we got reducing the cooldown of Grappling Hook by 15 seconds. We've got dodging an attack while evasion is active will trigger our mastery. Between the Eyes has a 4% chance per combo point spent to grant 4 combo points. And then more movement speed increase. So, I mean, a lot of this is looking good to me. I'm still not on this, like, grappling hook thing. That's not really my cup of tea. But most of the other stuff looks pretty good. Oh, this has an additional 5% chance to strike while Blade Flurry is active. Okay. So, we got to look the next tier down. Recent cooldown of Blind, don't care. Finishing moves have 20% chance per combo point spent to grant a combo point. Activating Adrenaline Rush causes your next Roll the Bones to grant at least 2 matches. Okay. Finishing moves reduce the remaining cooldown of many rogue skills by 1 second per combo point spent. So this affects Adrenaline Rush, Between the Eyes, Blade Flurry, Grappling Hook, Keep It Rolling, Roll the Bones, Sepsis, Shadow Dance, Sprint, Thistletea, and Vanish. Roll the Bones has a 10% increased chance of granting additional matches. Okay. Half cost uses of Pistol Shot granted by Sinister Strike now generate 1 additional combo point and deal 50% additional damage. Also super important in my opinion. Cheap Shot, Gouge, and Sap no longer cost energy. So what I'm seeing right now is that we probably want to go down the middle and the right side. Just based on what I'm seeing here. So let's kind of head that direction and see what we get. So we're going to go Between the Eyes, movement speed, combo point regeneration, and then give Sinister Strike an additional chance to hit an additional time. Now, this is going to lock us out of basically this entire side of the tree here. So we need to make sure that there's nothing in here that we really, really want. I'm already not into this. This is good, but eh. Chance to grant a combo point here. Heavy Hitter not yet implemented. Ambush supercharges 1 combo point for 45 seconds. Again, I'd rather Garrote most of the time. It depends. On a caster, I Garrote. On a non-caster, Ambush. Half-cost uses of Pistol Shot have a chance to cause your next ambush to be usable without stealth. Okay, that's pretty cool. Sinister Strike has a 10% chance to strike with both weapons after it strikes an additional time. Slice and Dice grants additional attack speed per combo point. Got a Ghostly Strike there. Gain 1 additional max combo point. Sepsis, Blade Rush. Haste increased by 10% while stealth and for 12 seconds after leaving stealth. And then effects that grant a chance for Sinister Strike to strike an additional time also apply to Ambush. That's a cool, that's a cool section of the tree. You're really kind of committing to Ambush as a main thing, which I don't mind at all. You could definitely blow things up. I really just like the ability of being able to silence a target from stealth. And, also the other stuff over here is looking good too. It's not just like that's dominating everything. But this is a really cool... I like the idea here of just being able to, ambush and hit for multiple times. That seems pretty cool. I would definitely try that build. All right, over on this side, we obviously want to get Quick Draw for sure. Half cost uses a Pistol Shot will generate additional combo points. Increase the range of your melee attacks while Blade Flurry is active. We've got Dread Blades, which is pretty cool. I like Dread Blades, 1.5 cooldown, and you basically get a lot of combo point generation. Stamina is increased by 10%. That's just solid. More Blade Flurry stuff. Kind of depends on how much we want to invest into Blade Flurry. Again, more Blade Flurry. Sinister Strike has a 5% increased chance to strike an additional time. When it does, you gain 1 additional stack of the buff. Grants the half-cast use of Pistol Strike. And then Between the Eyes has a 20% chance per combo point to increase the damage of your next pistol shot by 300%. Okay. Your offhand attacks have a 75% chance to generate 10 energy. I think we're going to go for those for sure. All right. So this is just cooldown reduction, which is nice. This causes that to reduce the remaining cooldown of Evasion and Feint as well, and that rolls into increased regeneration rate by 30%. Over here, we can gain an additional maximum combo point if we want to, which we could have gotten over here. So weird, it looks like you could get up to 7. I think up to 7. All right, we got to spend 6 more points. So this one, ambush and dispatch. Okay, dispatch. Ambush and dispatch have a 10% chance to grant you a roll the bones combat enhancement buff you do not already have for 5 seconds. It's kind of cool, and that's going to lead into Restless Crew, which is not yet implemented. Restless Blades affects party members within 40 yards, reducing the remaining cooldown of a major offensive ability per combo spent. That's actually pretty cool. Not super relevant in open world content if you're out there soloing. And your dispatch consumes 5 or more combo points. Dispatch deals 5% increased damage and costs 5 less energy for 6 seconds, max of 3 stacks. And then keep it rolling. I actually don't know if we want to go fully down this line here for open world content. This stuff definitely seems good, but I think we can kind of like stop there potentially. We've got 4 points left. So I think we do pick up Dread Blades. I think we go ahead and grab Mangaush, and then I'm thinking Sleight of Hand. Like that. So now we can grab Killing Spree, Fan the Hammer, and that. I'm thinking something like that. So this is basically just trying to get the extra hits from Sinister Strike to proc a lot. We're going to use Between the Eyes as our first finishing move. And then hopefully we're going to get a half cost pistol shot, which is going to deal a bunch of extra damage and generate us some extra combo points. That's kind of what I'm hoping for here. And then we did pick up Dread Blades. Why is this instant? It doesn't have a listed cooldown. We're going to have to check that one out. Blade Flurry for our utility here. Slice and Dice is going to heal us. Kidney Shot Stun. We got Roll the Bones, which we're going to want to hit. Big Adrenaline Rush cooldown. Between the Eyes. And then we have Killing Spree. So we got quite a few like cooldowns to help us on hard targets. And then we've got like just our basic like combo here. Now what's up with this one? I don't know why that's instant. It's kind of odd. Okay, so, you know, we'll come from stealth, right? And we'll garrote. We'll do this because it'll give us a combo point, right? That was a big pistol shot. So we're going to generate combo points up until we can Between the Eyes. This is all without Roll the Bones. We got some dead space there. We didn't get any half-cost pistol shots. Okay. So let's regen our energy. Let's use Roll the Bones. So we've got haste, and we've got Sinister Strike has an additional chance of hitting an additional time. Oh, and that's really got our half-cost pistol shots going. Alright, so we got the additional hit and then energy regeneration as well. I wasted that. I like what we're doing here already, though. Wow, 2,300 on the slap. This is so fast and pretty fun, in my opinion. Like, if you can't tell, I'm just sitting here like I'm screwing up the rotation and stuff, but yeah, I mean, that feels pretty dang good. Feels pretty darn good. The energy, like just the stamina. Yes, energy. Issues just like kind of got resolved by picking up this stuff right here. And yeah, that feels really good. That feels really fluid. That feels pretty fun. I definitely like it. I don't know what's going on with this. Like, why is this on the bar? Is it even working? Yeah, I'm not sure. So my game plan here is to create these talent builds for each of the different specializations, and then in a later video, I'll take these out into the open world, and we'll actually try them out and get a feel for them against real enemies, and then we'll look and see if there's any changes or anything we might want to make, and kind of look at what specialization, you know, ends up being my favorite. So that's going to do it for this video. First look at the talent tree for the rogue, in particular the outlaw rogue here. So don't forget to let me know via likes, views, shares, comments, etc. if you're enjoying these videos and you want to see more of them. If that is the case, then I am using that feedback to judge whether or not to do so. So, all right. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.